Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Grounded. I'm AxionEvolved, and today we're going to do a little bit of construction. So let's take a look here. So last time, I kind of went through and I built out this little base. We kind of got ourselves organized. And since then, a little bit in between episodes, I've done a little bit of, I guess, improvements, you can call it, right? So if we look around here, I started throwing up some walls, and I kind of threw some more pallets, and I expanded some floors out this way and all that kind of stuff. And, while I was building this, I ran into a couple things. Number one, this game is still, I guess it's still technically early access. So some things you can't, like in a lot of building games, you can kind of clip walls and floors and stuff through objects just to kind of make it work. Well, this game does not really let you do that yet. I'm gonna throw that out there with a yet. So if we look at, like, if I try to throw some floors down, right? You see, like, I'm assuming this leaf is the issue. Down low, at least. So, clearance issues there. When I try to do walls here, for some reason, and the snap feature is a little bit iffy. So, if I get over here, and I try to move things around, for some reason, they don't want to let me put walls here. I don't know what it is, but it just is what it is. So I've done a little bit more, like I mentioned, and I've got some other options that we can do. So if we look over here, I have this big old path going this way, and you can see some stuff over there in the distance. Now, I made this because I was like, well, you know what? I need a good source of grass, right? Because so much stuff's made out of grass. So if you come right down here, right, this is all grass. Tons of grass. There's tons of grass over this way too. And my thought process behind all this was, here I am. I need like a staging ground for building materials. So I figured, well, let me just build a platform, right here, where I could put a bunch of pallets down and collect all of my grass planks, all of my weed stems, all that kind of stuff. And some other things I'm noticing too is you don't necessarily need foundations everywhere, but you do need them to like go up on stairs. But if you look down here, like I don't have any foundations under here. So I don't know if that has to do with walls being able to be placed or what, but I'm thinking I kind of want to flesh this area out a little bit more. Oh, you see a little battle going. Oh man, that's a dead spider. I think I'm going to go try and steal parts from that spider. It's like a free spider kill. Get in the... Nice. Hell yeah. Web fighters, web fiber, and spider chunks. Perfect. So another reason I'm spanning this gap right here, right? Because I don't know if I told you guys before, but sometimes spiders will straight up come through here. And if you have anything down low, they'll just straight up break it. So I made this high to kind of keep it out of the way. And now I'm kind of reevaluating where I want to put my base, because running all of this distance to bring everything over there is just kind of a pain. And the more I'm thinking about it, the more I kind of like this area down here. Some nice little features, right? We have very easy access to grass. We've got a natural mushroom farm right down there. Right over there, you can see we have, I think it's a soda can. And soda gives you a little bit of health and thirst back. So that's kind of nice. Also, this little leaf right here collects dew automatically. Like every day or two, there's at least like one drink. So, and you can see there's some water down there. In fact, I'm going to go drink that. So I think I want to bring the base more this way. Just because I think this is a better overall area. And we can even expand out in this direction a little bit more and also go up, Like I want to make this bottom floor just all construction materials, just like you have everything you need to build anything you want, right? And then from there, I can consider going up or even out this way more, because we're still up high enough that we're not going to be interfering with anything. And even potentially out this way, because I don't think... I see another spider over there. I don't think the spiders come through this part. I think they come through over here. They can kind of like make... Well, actually, you know what? Now that I'm saying that out loud, I'm not 100% sure which way they go. I don't know if it's through here, because I know there's routes under these branches that get to the bottom of this tree. And in there at night, like spiders go. So I know spiders go right there. and all that kind of stuff. So as much as I like this area, I think it's just kind of too out of the way. And I don't feel like I can really, I don't know. I don't feel like I can expand that much from this area and make something that really looks like what I want. So I think I'm kind of making this decision with you guys right now. I think I'm going to make the move to build our main base maybe above these leaves right here. So with that, I can make like a little pathway. I can kind of continue this down. This doesn't need to be as high. It kind of just was that high because we were trying to bridge that gap. But if I'm going to move over here, then what I can do is build the infrastructure to get over into like this area. You know, start building our base right off of, you know, like around this height, roughly. So start building our base over here. And then once I've got like just the general base stuff down, I can dismantle and move everything over to this new location. So with that being said, I'm going to do a little bit of like movie magic and dismantle and start moving everything. And then when I come back, we should have like the very basics of the new base. So this will probably be like an hour or two for me, but should be about not even half a second for you guys. All right, guys, we're just waking up on a new morning here. Been working for probably about 2 in-game days. And let me tell you, this was a ton of work. So let me show you kind of what we did. So if you remember, we had a little base over there. We still kind of have this little path. I left it over there, and you might also notice there's some floating pallets. There is a bug in this game where if you don't, if you try to recycle them or dismantle them, sometimes the game crashes. So I guess they're just going to float there until they fix that bug or whatever it is. But if I turn around here, we've got a little platform up here. You know, we've been working through the night. It's not a super big platform, and I'm kind of in the middle of trying to figure out, you know, what do I want to do with this? Some cool little touches. We got some lights, you know, put some lights up here. We got our little lean-to here so we can save. Threw some of these down here, just filled them up with random stuff because we had a couple chests over there that I needed to move all the stuff from. But this area has been developed a little bit more. So let me kind of show you what's going on here as I grab this free drink of water. So I've kind of expanded on this area a little bit. I threw down, what is this, like 5 pallets of each, both stem and grass. Now, I don't think I'm going to need that many stems, honestly, because not that much stuff uses stems. But, you know, they're there for just in case. And I've gone through and I filled them up a little bit because I want to expand on this just a bit. I know last episode I basically said, yeah, we're going to expand next episode. Well, guess what? This is next episode. So you can see I chopped down quite a bit of grass from right over here. We got this nice little grass grove right here. But let me kind of show you how everything works out. So right around our base, in fact, I'm going to grab this little water drop here. No. So right around our base, we have quite a few recurring resources. So we have like quite a bit of acorns here. What is that? Four acorns. And there's pretty much always acorns all over here. Tons of clover. We have not 1, but 2 little sap nodes that if we put a sap collector under, we could easily start collecting all that stuff. There's also a ton of sprigs and a ton of little plant fiber all around. So this is like a nice little, you know, nice little backyard to grab any material that we need. And pretty much it all kind of, this little route right here is pretty much the way I've been getting up and down into the base. So it's a nice little transition. We can easily go right into this level. We can go up to this level or back this way. And like I said, I've kind of kept this here as a bridge in case we decide to build over there. You know, who knows? And then you can get a better view of the floating pallets. So I think what we need to do now, we need to figure out a way or figure out how we're going to kind of lay this out. So I've got some chests, just random stuff. I've got these chests, less random, but not necessarily end game, right? I put a couple walls up here because it was kind of nice. It's a nice view. I like to see what's going on. But I want to figure out, and I think I've already know, that I want to do kind of like a 2-layer base. So what I want to do, and actually, I was playing this game with a buddy of mine, and he did something pretty interesting, I thought, where he had two sets of stairs right next to each other. So something similar to like this, right? Let me just rotate you. So something similar to this, right? And I'll put some floors down, right? Yeah. So he had something like this. And on one layer, one set of stairs came to one level, but the other set of stairs just continued up to a new level. And I was like, wow, that's actually very interesting. So I think I'm going to do this. But then my thought process goes like, okay, well, what am I going to put on this level, right? If I'm going to use this as a floor, we got all this floor space. Like, what do I want to do with it? And I think I'm going to make this like my, almost like a storage area. Not necessarily like a crafting area per se, but like a, you know, I'm going to bring all this stuff up there. I want to eventually have one of these for every item, right? So like quartzite, boom, item. You know, just all of the acorn tops and the acorn shells here. Like, boom, here's more acorn shells. Throw them in there. You know, I want to just kind of line this whole thing with these. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I need to go grab this stuff right over here to start building these stairs, because I think by going up, we can make a nice little, a nice little extra set of floors and stuff for us, right? So if I'm just throwing this on there, and we'll just like pick up this floor because, well, actually, you know what? Let's finish this off. And this is kind of the nice thing, right? Like the stem to grass ratio is usually pretty good, you know? So like one more set. So I'm going to need 8 more grass and 1 more stem. So I'll start with the stem. But I'm thinking on the second level, right? If we think about all the stuff that we need in a functioning base, right? We're going to need a storage area. Well, we've already kind of designated this area as a storage area, right? We're going to need a crafting area where we put down our workbench. And I don't know if there's ever going to be like higher tiers of workbench or what, you know, whatever. So we want to give ourselves some room to expand. And then we're going to need like a food level, right? So I think I'm going to surround this with these, right? So let's, in fact, let's do this, right? So I'm going to kind of wall this off. One more. There we go. So you're going to get, this thing is going to get completely walled in. Like this. Like so. Right? And then what we're going to do is I want these windowed grass walls all the way the rest around. So as you come up, we can make a whole nother set of floors, I assume. I assume this will be okay. Grass floors. So we'll throw you down. We'll just throw these down everywhere. I'm wondering why this is so tall. I'm going to go grab whatever I can make from these. Why is that so tall? Whatever I can build out of the material I have, I'm going to go do that real quick, and then I'll bring you guys back and show you the finished product. And you know, as I'm in the middle of building this, I'm realizing how nice it is to have all of my material just like right here. You know, it's not a long trip, and I'm actually kind of reconsidering putting a piece of flooring there. But you kind of get a feel for how everything's going to work out when you're building, because you know this is you actually using the stuff, right? And if it's not flowing right, then you can be like, oh well, I need to add a piece of floor there or something, you know. So kind of nice. It's working out. It's working out pretty nicely, and having a staging area for everything, just again, it makes everything super organized, and we don't, you know. It's almost like you do things in 2 phases. You do a collection phase, which is what I kind of did off camera, where I went and chopped down a bunch of grass and, you know, use it to kind of build things up, and then build up my stock, and then the build phase where you actually grab everything and throw it into the blueprints, right? So we're almost out of material here, but I think we're going to be able to build enough that we can at least kind of start fleshing out what we're going to do, right? Because unfortunately this game, to my knowledge, maybe it does, it doesn't have a system for kind of moving items once they're built. And if that's wrong, let me know down in the comments, because I would love to not waste my time. But I'm going to throw all these stems Oh, I don't have any stems left. But I'm going to throw this up here. And how many stems do I need? And you can see it's actually... I took this wall out because it was weird that it was so high. But that's a nice little transition, so it's not too bad. I need, what? 1, 2 more stems. And I think... In fact, I'm going to get rid of these. But I think these are what are causing me to not be able to place those walls. But what's nice about having these lamps, right? And what is in here? A bunch of food. What's nice about having these lamps is it lets me... Oh yeah, so that must have been it. Just the... Come on. Come on. Just snap on in. Okay, well that's fine. We'll kind of figure that out. But having the lamps gives me the possibility of recording at night still, right? So we don't lose all that daylight or all the recording time because it's night, you know? So I'm definitely going to illuminate this place. And the other thing is this looks like it's floating. You know what I mean? So, oh, whoops. So I think I'm going to, once I kind of get all the stuff in place, I think I'm going to throw in, keep the lamps, but throw in some more supports over in this area, right? So like throw some scaffolding down. Maybe right here, right? And then another thing we need to figure out, right? So I dismantled my... Let me drink this one here. I dismantled my bed and stuff, right? So I'm going to need to set that back up. And I think that's going to be up here. I think this will be my general bed and crafting area. So I kind of want to make a little balcony off here too. Use build like a door kind of like right here. Oh, damn it. Oh, well. Which way is this supposed to face? I'm just going to go with that. Where did that even go? It's like way out there. But build a door and then build some more floors kind of coming out and do almost like a balcony all the way around the footprint here. Because, the footprint's fluid. I can always extend over this and build scaffoldings to kind of make everything work. But, there's a couple more things I want to build. I need to build, let's see here. Health and snacks? No. Is it utilities? Yeah, so water containers. Sap catchers are going to be kind of nice. Where is my... Is it workbench gear? No. I'm looking for meal prep. Here we go. So a roasting spit we're going to need, or maybe even a couple roasting spits. All this smoothie stations, but mushroom gardens and dew collectors, right? These are going to be kind of what we use to make sure we're fed, make sure we have plenty of water, and utilities? The water container for all of the liquid, right? Because I want to make it so that essentially down the line, when this game gets a little bit more fleshed out and when this game gets a little bit more finished and a little bit more content, I can open this up to multiplayer. Either, I don't know if that means doing it on stream with some of my buddies or, essentially possibly having, some of you guys hop in. But I want to make this base in such a way that if I do decide to open it up to multiplayer, that somebody can join the world and kind of have everything they need, because it's just kind of nice, you don't have to worry about, oh, I need food, I need weapons, I need armor, blah, 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 right? So that's the goal here. So I think I'm going to actually just place a lean-to right here, right? This is going to be, boom. That's where we sleep. All right, I need another clover leaf. So that's, I think that's all down here. That's where we're going to sleep. And then we're also, like I said, we're also going to craft. You can see, like, this stuff is so random. I have not at all organized any of it because it's just, when you're in the middle of moving it all, you have other priorities, right? So let's use this and set respawn point. But then I also, like I said, I want to craft up here as well. So I'm going to throw down all the floors I might need. Right? So I want to do something like this. But you can see we're going to need quite a bit. Or let me add this stuff over here too. We're going to need quite a bit more grass. And that's something that, like I said, is going to be pretty tedious to watch, right? But there's a whole other portion of this game that's not base building that we need to do. And I'm going to go over there right now and kind of show you what that is. And just a quick update, guys. So we're just like literally right over here. Our base is right there. There's floating pallets. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is the opening under the tree where at nighttime the spiders come to sleep. So definitely something we got to keep an eye out on for. Can I talk? Yes. But right over here, you guys remember we went to the lab. You know, it's right here. Well, the little robot inside. So this is, we're back in the lab, right? There's a couple major things about this. Number one, we have an analyzer, right? So anytime we find some new stuff, we could analyze, get new recipes. But this guy right here, Burgle, right?
It is nice to see a friendly face.
He's got a couple options, right? Like what should I be doing, you know?
No,
blah, blah, blah.
But then you look like you still have questions.
So like I don't have any questions, right? But there's two main things that Burgle does for us. Number one, he gives us quests, right? So I'm just going to grab literally all these. I'm not even going to pay attention real quick. And what that does is when we complete a quest, it rewards us. In fact, let me just pull this up so we can kind of see. Quest. So this quest, oh, it doesn't tell us. Oh, interesting. So these quests give you raw science when you complete them, which is, if you look here, I have 1,325 raw science. So if I come in here, you can trade Burgle that raw science for different things, right? So like here, right here, we see a scab scanner, which I'm assuming lets you know when you have science nearby, right? Get an upgraded torch. Fortified base. This is something I've actually been looking at. And I'm assuming you're going to need this because you can, well, number one, this looks like it gives us kind of the same building blueprints for grass that we would get with weed stems, right? So instead of just a grass wall and a windowed grass wall, we would get like stem walls, and they call them fortified, right? Fortified stem walls and all that kind of stuff. So that would make, I assume that makes your base stronger because there are certain things that you can build traps, right? Like spike strips that protects your base from bugs and stuff that might attack it. So I don't know the extent of that, and I don't know how fleshed out all of that is, but we definitely want to start collecting the science so that we can start getting this stuff, right? Like, I don't really know what this is. A new mutation that increases max health. That's another thing. Perfect segue. In one of the more recent patches, right, we got these things called mutations. Now, I'm not 100% sure what they are, but I think what happens is you can, as you do stuff, you unlock these mutations, right? So I'm going to equip these ones. And what that means is, like, now I'm assuming, because I chopped down grass, it gave me this Grass Master mutation. So this Grass Master mutation, I'm assuming it says, your intimate knowledge of chopping grass allows you to topple them with increasing ease. So I assume that means I can chop grass down faster. So once we kind of get our base of operations all set, we're going to need to be going around and looking for the rare science or the raw science and completing these quests to get more raw science. So that's something we're going to probably end up doing in the next episode, more or less. I'm going to build out some of the base. Let's head back there real quick, actually. So going under this tree is a very fast route to get back to our base, right? Because we're just right over here. Like, there's our base. But again, that's where all the spiders go, right? Can I pick you guys up? Thank you. Is there a sap thing around here? And that's, after building the base is just kind of the first step, right? Because there's a lot of collecting that goes on and a lot of storing and like little chores you need to do. In fact, this grass is already growing back. This is growing back so fast. So let's check out this mutation that I got, right? So normally it takes a couple hits. I'd say like 6 to 8 hits with the level 1 axe to chop down some grass. I'm just actually also kind of looking for that axe that I threw earlier. No idea where that went. So let's see how much faster it goes with this mutation on. And I like to come to grass that's kind of situated like this because I'll technically be hitting both of these with 1 hit. So let's see, 2, 3, 4. That is 5. That's 5 hits. So I'd say that's like 25 to 30% faster to do. And that's actually ridiculous. That means I'm going to be able to start grabbing all of this material like incredibly quick. And here's actually like a really great example of the benefits of where we are, right? Like all of these sprigs I can just grab as I'm going through, right? And to go from our chopping spot to where we would end up storing things is just a super quick trip. You know what I mean? Like no time at all. So I'm going to start placing these down. But that's pretty much the gist of what we're going to be doing. And I'm unsure if I want to, where I want to build the food area. Do I want to build it kind of off this way, just as like another portion of this main level? Do I want to go this way as another portion of this level? Do I want to go down a level? You know, do I want to do it like out here? You know, I could also do it out here. So let me know what you guys think. I'll leave it up to some of the opinions I get in the comment section. Let me know where should I build my food processing area? Because right now we don't have, I don't have a preference other than like just wanting to make it work, you know, to get it going. Because I want to be able to self-sustain sooner rather than later. And once I figure out where that's going to be, I'm going to need to start collecting the materials. And for the water catcher especially, it uses things like spider silk and stems. So that's just going to be, you know, it's not the cheapest thing to build. We don't have a ton of spider silk that requires us going out. And we don't have a ton of weed stems because we don't have an axe currently capable of chopping down weed stems. So, in fact, since I'm here, let me get a crafting bench put down. I think here is as good a spot as any. Where are you? Crafting bench. Workbench. Here we go. That takes grass planks? Wow. I guess I just didn't realize that. Actually, should I place this here? I don't see why not. So I'm hesitating because I don't, you know, if we decide to wall this off and just make this like a balcony, I don't want to run into a scenario where I can't place the walls down without deconstructing the crafting bench. So I think I'm going to hold off on that for now. But you can see what I will build is some, I think it's decor, some plant lamps. Nice, and I even have the stuff. I'm just going to do it right on either side of the lean-to here. And I'm missing the dry grass. But you can see, I mean, we get quite, as the sun's going down, right? We get quite a bit of light coming off this. So let me grab the dry grass. Do I have any? Oh, I do. Nice. So let me build this real quick. And you'll see, like, as the sun's going down, this gives off quite a bit of light. And I don't see, like, a durability or anything that would limit how long you can do this for. So as far as I'm concerned, we can do this indefinitely. So, yeah, I think in between episodes, I'm going to try to flesh this all out. And you can kind of see we got one down here, which will be nice for lighting things down here. We also got, like, sconces, right? Oh, let me... You know, sconces we can put on the walls, which are kind of nice. You know, I'm going to put a couple down right here just for looks. I don't know how many I can build. Looks like just 2. But they give off light as well, right? And, you know, maybe I only need 1. In fact, let me recycle this one. Nice. I was honestly a little worried that I was going to dismantle the wall, but luckily we didn't. Come on, come on. Do I have enough? I do. Let's light that. So, it looks like you don't burn anything down. You don't have to worry about light when you have those up. So that's kind of just the overview, and you can see it's now officially nighttime, and we still have plenty of light. You guys can see everything. I can see everything. So it's kind of nice, little touches I want to add throughout the base. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this series. I know this game doesn't quite have a ton of content out yet, but I think this game is going to have a lot, and they're going to be adding it, more and more often. So with that, guys, I think I'm going to call this an episode. I know a lot of work took place off camera, but I don't know how long this video is actually going to end up editing out to. But again, thank you guys so much for sticking around for this content. The channel has been getting a fair amount of increase, in views and subscribers, and I just can't thank you all enough for kind of supporting the channel and sticking by. Oh, this looks like it's burning the ground. I hope it's not. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much again, and like I said, I still can't believe how well the channel's doing. I never thought we'd break 200 subscribers, much less smash through 200 subscribers. So that's a testament to all you guys and just the support that you show, and it means a lot to me, and it motivates me to want to keep going. So hopefully you guys like this series. Again, leave me comments down below letting me know what you guys think about where I should put how the base should flesh out, and where should I put all the food and water setup, because I'm kind of at a loss for words right now, but I'm open to suggestions. So with that, guys, again, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.